This is my story of how I went from this to this. My name's Olley and I've been training in the gym since I got my first proper job in central London when I just turned 17. But let's go back to the beginning. I grew up in South London. I was never really into sports and fitness. I was more into gadgets and tech. My parents split up when I was young, so during this period I spent a lot of time at my friend's house whose dad ended up getting me into playing football. Back in these days, social media and gaming wasn't like it is now, so we spent a lot of time outside playing wall ball and heads and volleys. I signed up for a team when I was 9 and a few years later I ended up getting scouted by Millwall, but only stayed for about 6 months because I simply couldn't get to the 9 o'clock kickoffs that were all over the country. I ended up signing up for a local Sunday league team and stayed with them until I was about 18. Our whole team ended up folding at that age because we pretty much all was turning up with hangovers. While playing Sunday league, football was no longer the priority for me and a majority of the team. We were teenagers that had just discovered alcohol, girls and, well, other ways that teenagers find to have fun. So from the age of 14 to 18, I certainly gained some quote-unquote puppy fat. Doing some digging for this video, I found pictures of me and my mate Jack on holiday, and I think the fact I have my shirt on in the picture tells me I was insecure about taking my top off. Fast forward to when I just left college and got my first proper job at a media company in central London. I got into the gym and started an Instagram page to track and document my progress. This was just for me, and I didn't tell anyone I knew about it. There was an LA Fitness about a 3-minute walk away, so I got into the routine of going on my lunch. I was the youngest staff member in the office, and at this point I was soon labelled as the gym guy. I think it's because my locker looked like this and I was eating bro food at my desk. I really started to get into the gym at this point and realised working in an office just wasn't for me, so I decided to start working towards my personal training qualification. Sacrificing my lunch break to study, I started to train at home in my bedroom and became obsessed with the process. As soon as I got my qualification, I handed my notice in. I knew in my head I would make it work and get a job in a gym. Fast forward a couple of weeks, I'd landed an interview at a new Anytime Fitness and got offered the job straight away. This is where I started to really take training seriously, and after a few months I started my YouTube channel.
Sorry, my first meal is going to look a little bit like this. Bosh.
I worked in the Bexley Heath gym for about 4 years and ended up leaving after getting clients for my online business. During this time I went up and down with my weight, testing different training types and foods, and I've always had a sweet tooth, so me and Mikey would always eat like kings. If you watch the older videos or happened to be a member at the time, you would know. After leaving Bexley Heath, I was working from home and growing the online business was the priority, and unfortunately training did take a back seat for a while. I was always training but just not eating and training like I used to, so my weight crept on, but I always stayed in pretty decent shape ever since I started the gym. Me and Sarah ended up going travelling at the end of 2019, and looking back at the photos, I was not in good shape at all. It's been 2 years since we've been back and I've been super consistent with training and habits outside of the gym recently, and have been enjoying training more than ever. This is where I'm currently at. I hope this video inspired you in some way to get started. Fitness should work for you, not the other way around. I seriously noticed the effects of not training mentally and physically when I was starting my online business, and it helps so much getting yourself to the gym every day. It builds discipline, and trust me, once you get started, it gets easier, and when you notice results, you get the bug. With that being said, I've got a free habit tracker for you guys to download. Tracking my habits has been a major part of my self-improvement recently. I've been Olley, you've been overthinking. Take action and design a future. You need to watch this video where I talk about the habits that truly changed me into the man I am today.